Well, hi, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday to you all. Welcome and thank you for popping on by for we're doing something different. It's a Sunday stream. Sometimes I do a Saturday stream, but today I'm doing a Sunday stream, and that's not all that's on tap for today. We are going to be doing a little stream for about an hour or so, and then premiere of the new Friends video that I've been working on. And you've been helping me with, thanks to all the folks who helped me with research for this one. We're going to be watching that at noon. That's going to be going live. Patrons have already seen it because patrons get early ad-free access. Woo! But it's so good to see you all. I'm so happy to have you all here. Who do we have? We've got Alex, the Fulf Gaming and More. Oh, Alex, good to see you. We ran into each other in VR chat last night. Happy you're here. Nevermore is here. Hello. You're going to have to use the elevator to get down to hell for your lap dance. Hello to Crystal Wright, Jim D, Magic Mike, Giant Robots Conquer the World, likes the art. Okay, I'm glad. Here, I mean, look, what is even going on here? We've been building up art on that screen. Like, every stream I'll add something new. It's making less and less sense. At one point, we were I can't remember what got us on the topic of vampires, other than we're always talking about vampires. There he is. So we put Lestat there. You can see he's holding a little Wii controller. Or, no, a Switch controller. And speaking of which, after the Friends premiere, oh my goodness, it's a full day of activities, everybody. So we're going to be doing this stream for about an hour, getting ready, talking about the queer shows of the 90s, and doing some nostalgia time. Then at noon Pacific, so in about an hour, the Friends premiere happens. We're going to watch the new video together. This is a new thing that I'm trying. It's going to go straight, if this works, this is a new feature that YouTube has introduced. New feature. It's going to go straight from this live stream into the premiere. Let's see if it works. I've never done this before. It's a brand new feature. Who knows what'll happen? I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? It's not... You're not going to get like, I don't know, send it to space or something. And then after the premiere of the Friends video, we're going to be heading over to Twitch. I'm going to be playing some Monster Hunter, hanging out with folks and chatting. The Monster Hunter library is, what is it? The lobby, not the, well, I guess the library too. Why not? The Monster Hunter library is open. No, we're going to be playing some Monster Hunter together over on Twitch, continuing the chit chat and just hanging out and having a good time all afternoon. So we're going to hang out here, then we're going to watch premiere, then we're going to head on over to Twitch for some games. It's going to be a blast, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. Who else have we got? We've got Jeffrey Blackmer. I'm glad Deanna Troy is here. Hello, Jeff. Good to see you. Yes, it's the goddess of empathy. There she is. She's here to make us feel better? I don't know. Oh, and also let me know how the audio's sounding, because I never really know what's going to happen. Jim D says, does anyone think bromance stories indicate a heterosexual men are actually bi-romantic? Absolutely, yes. I think that's because for some reason we still can't talk about bisexuality. Bated breath, Bunnykin folks, is James Polk. Glad to have you here. Jim D was watching the Goofy Gophers. Oh, you know, I'm working on a video, or working on a project, more than just a video, working on a project about queer animation, and the Goofy Gophers definitely belong in that. Harder to find anything involving women, trans people, and like just not just characters, but people working in animation in general. Lots more progress needed in that department. Carmen says, I think that the romance part of society people find unacceptable, always about sex in movies and on TV. Romance is just a tool for the horny. Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong about being horny, but yes, I agree. Cryptic Charm, hello. Oh, yeah. Bert and Ernie. People are always talking about Bert and Ernie. Never Statler and Waldorf. Although there was that fanfic. Did you all see that fanfic that was going around on Twitter a couple of weeks ago? About, like, it's a whole backstory behind Statler and Waldorf as exes. BT dubs. You should all listen to the new episode of Gayest Episode Ever. It's a wonderful talk about the episode of The Muppet Show featuring Liberace. It's great stuff. Who else have we got? That's so Derek. Good morning, Bitterl Queen. Good morning to you. Cryptic Arm says, good evening. 7 here in the UK. Oh, speaking of our international friends, I've got some Australian candy I'm going to be eating. This is also part of the plan today. So the wonderful Outcast Stars sent me some candy from Australia. And so we're going to be trying some strange Australian candy on the stream. We've got a picnic bar here. No idea what this is. But something that I noticed is that Australian candy seems to all have slogans. This one says, the unruly bite. So let's see what that is. Oh, Carmen says, thanks for doing a Sunday stream. I'm working on Saturdays. And thank you, Bumble, for the tip. Yay. Happy to see that. Thanks to everybody for the tips and for the Patreon membership and for liking and subscribing and all that stuff. That makes it so that I can do these. Anyway, oh, Jenny Moore is here. Yes, I am. I am okay. I'm just very excited for the premiere. Hal is here. Crush. Oh, I remember briefly having a crush on the Chandler character. Now I think that Matt LeBlanc is a douche. Wait, it's... Who do we have? We've got... So Matthew Perry played Chandler, and is it Matt LeBlanc? For some reason that sounds wrong to me, but I don't think it is. Matt LeBlanc. Yeah, no, it's two Matts. It's Matthew Perry and Matt LeBlanc were Chandler and Joey. For some reason, like, that broke my brain for just a second. Jim, do you never like Friends? Very much a Seinfeld guy. Well, we're going to have some Seinfeld talk as well, because they were happening at around the same time. And Seinfeld, there's a brief appearance by Jerry in the video that I'm going to be premiering in about an hour. Cryptic Charm says, queer animation. Loving that already in advance. I love animation. Hal loves the Goofy Gophers. James Polk said, more Aussie cuisine. Sans Vegemite, I assume. Yeah, so there was also some Vegemite in the package. Tried that. Had enough. It was not exactly for me. Not exactly for me. I also, because I can't have enough sugar, and this is going to be a frantic stream, everybody. I've got this thing of coffee here. So I got my coffee. I've got a ramekin full of jelly beans that I'm already like more than halfway through. I've got the picnic bar, about which Outcast Stars says picnic. It looks like shit and tastes just okay. So can't wait to give that a shot. Can't wait. Yeah. So what are we all here for today? We're gonna get excited, get hype, as the kids say, about this Friends video that I've been working on. And just to give you a little preview, y'all have seen me working on this. We've on previous live streams, I've been doing some research. A lot of you helped me dig up some clips that I wound up using in the video, which was very exciting, including that wonderful clip of Lisa Kudrow saying that she was like, oh yeah, Chandler's completely the gay one. I thought he was the gay one. And then he wasn't the gay one. I don't know how he did it. So that's going to be in there. And it's time for me to start thinking about what my next video is going to be. It might be about Murder, She Wrote. Honestly, maybe. We'll see. I was talking this over with James, and I was running through some ideas for what my next video might be. Oh, and by the way, let me know if my audio... I just noticed it looks like it's peaking ever so slightly, so let me know if I need to make any changes. I was talking to James about what my next video might be. And I was like, there's this one episode of Murder, She Wrote in season 1 where they go to a gay bar. At least I think it's a gay bar. It's kind of hard to tell. And I'm like, there's nothing really there. There's nothing to talk about. And then we started talking about it. And the more we talked about it, the more I was like, you know what? Actually, there might be something to doing like an episode about Murder, She Wrote. Because it's a gay bar, but not a gay bar in this one episode. They never actually talk about it. It's in San Francisco. It's a drag show, but the show's understanding of what that is so bananas, another planet off base. I don't know if I want to continue this coffee. Here's the thing. It looks a little chunky. I used almond milk. I don't know. There's like fragments in here. I don't know if the almond milk is still good or... I'm concerned. I may not continue that coffee. I'm frantic enough already, thank you. Oh, Daniel recommends Mad About You. Mad About You does have a whole bunch. Yeah. Mad About You does have a whole bunch of queer episodes with women. Unusually, a lot of the gay episodes are all men. But Mad About You actually has lesbians in it. Or at least, I can't remember if they're lesbians or one of them might be bisexual. Now I can't remember. Eric says, try the Vegemite spread very thinly on buttered toast. That's what I did. That's what I tried. It was still too sour for me. I just want candy. I don't want the Vegemite. It's so sour, and like something in my brain, something in my taste buds was like, this has gone bad. Whatever this is gone bad. It's something that's rotten. It just didn't quite. It triggered something in my head that was like, you should not have this in your mouth. James Polk, yes, get into your red carpet attire. It's a premiere. Carmen wants the Murder, She Wrote video. All right. So anyway, my concept with that, my thinking on that is like, this is what James and I were talking about. The episode never acknowledges anything queer, but it's so clearly that's what's going on. But it feels very like old-timey, like a throwback, and we're going to talk about that a little bit in this Friends video that you're going to be watching. It feels a little bit like a throwback to the times when you just, it wasn't said, it wasn't spoken about. We don't talk about the gay stuff, and it's clearly there, but we don't talk about it. It's all coded. And it feels like this Murder, She Wrote episode feels like a throwback to that, which kind of makes sense because that's probably what the audience would have been for the show. Like some folks, now obviously it's a diverse audience, but I think there is a higher concentration of people who remember those kinds of movies where we didn't talk about it. Movies with Edward Everett Horton, for example, who are going to have, oh my God, I can't wait to talk to you. We're going to talk about Edward Everett Horton on this stream because I just love this guy. He's an actor who basically made a career out of playing like coded gay, and he's such a delight, this guy. I'm going to show you some clips. Oh, Magic Mike recommends the Pushing Up Roses channel. She does a lot of Murder, She Wrote videos, breaking down episodes. Yes, I love Pushing Up Roses videos. Those are great. Oh, and Giant Robots recommends Pushing Up Roses. Great. Rezzle's here. Drop by before my Mythic raid and WoW tonight. Have a good raid. Cryptic Charm asks if I've tried Marmite. I have tried that as well. Didn't love it. It's actually, this is so weird. You remember Joe Black from Drag Race, of course. Drag Race UK. I was at a party here in Seattle, and Joe Black was at this party, and it brought some Marmite like from England, and brought it to the Christmas party, and we all tried it, and just wasn't for me. Shen said, sounds like you have to make so many concessions to make Vegemite taste bearable. Yeah, that's the thing. I was going to have to show me the Animaniacs PATB. What's PATB? Play at the bat. No, I don't know. Because they are insanely queer. We have Gay Mice, NB Wacko, and a throwaway joke about Slappy Squirrel's coming out party. Are these official comics or are these like fan comics? Oh, Shen says lots of odd depictions of gay bars on TV. Probably worth an ep in itself. Oh my God. Let me make a note of that, Shen, because that's such a good point. I fucking love when they show a weird gay bar on TV on other shows. I love that stuff. I love it so much when they're like, yeah, this is what a gay bar's like, right, guys? And it's like something from another planet. I love that. I mean, literally, there's an episode of Third Rock from the Sun where they go to a gay bar, and it's entertaining. It's an entertaining depiction. Oh, and Giant Robots would love to hear about Xena. That's another tricky one because it's always coded. They never talk about it. It's never like, and this is the lesbian episode. It's just sort of like an undertone throughout. And a lot of it is what people want to see in the audience. I mean, what people in the audience want to see, want to believe is there without the show. What I'm trying to say is you have to meet the show more than halfway for some of these. Versus, for example, I'm also looking at Night Court. Night Court had a couple explicitly gay, and by explicitly gay, I mean like they just talked about gay, not like it's sexy, but they had a couple like actually gay episodes. Oh, Pinky and the Brain. Why didn't I realize that? Of course, Pinky and the Brain. So I interviewed this guy on Sewers of Paris, which you may know, my podcast, sewersofparis.com. I interviewed this person on Sewers of Paris who said that Pinky and the Brain is based on him. He said that he went to Cal Arts, I think it was, with the guy who created Pinky and the Brain. And this person I interviewed said that the creator used to call him the Brain because this person I interviewed used to wear these big, thick glasses. And he thought that made him look smart. And so he would call him the Brain. And this guy that I interviewed used to call the creator Pinky because he was this like, why was it? I think he just had like, he was really sunburned or something like that. I can't remember. Like he was pale or something like that. Anyway, used to call him Pinky. And the creator of Pinky the Brain, the story goes, used to always ask this guy that I interviewed what his plans were for the day. And the guy that I interviewed, being gay, he used to make a joke about like the gay agenda being like to take over the world. He's like, oh, the same thing I try to do every day, try to take over the world. And according to him, that happened years before Pinky the Brain was a show, and Pinky the Brain's based on him. It's such a weird story. It can't possibly be true. But I love that it exists. I love that story exists. Oh, the comics are official? They do a Birdcage parody? All right, definitely send that to me, Ellie. I definitely want to see that. Cryptic Charm says Xena's a lesbian roadshow without the car. That is brilliant. That is such a good way to look at that. Jenny's not a big fan of Marmite on its own, but I like Twiglets. What is a Twiglet? Hal says, has somebody defect from the Soviet Union because they were gay on Night Court? I don't remember that. There's an episode of Murder, She Wrote where somebody defects from the Soviet Union. Not because they're gay, though. James spoke red notes on camp today. I'm going to say Friends isn't camp. No, I don't think so. Giant Robot says, on Xena, the beauty pageant episode had a trans woman or possibly drag queen character. Well, that's got to be careful there, because a drag queen and a trans woman are not the same thing. Not at all. And sometimes shows confuse them. They think, oh, anyone who's gender variant is in the same bucket. Anyone who's not like doing gender the way that we want them to, they're all in the same bucket. So drag queens, trans people, gay people, they're all the same. And that's, oh my goodness, not the case. But it's a weird misunderstanding. Yeah, no, I'm not doing any more of this coffee. It looks weird. It looks weird and suspicious. I'm not into it. Hal says, I thought the brain was supposed to be Orson Welles. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Cryptic Charm met Maurice LaMarche, who does the voice of the brain, among many other characters. Did the brain voice for you? Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That's great. What a gift. What a gift that he's able to do that voice. A gift to be able to do it, and a gift to us that we can enjoy it. Okay, so I said I was going to show you a little bit of Edward Everett Horton. I always call him Howard. So, and I promise, this is related to Friends. I promise. You'll see why when the video premieres. 45 minutes. Let me find a clip here. Edward Everett Horton. Do I have this? Oh, yes. Perfect. Okay. So here's what I want to show you is, and the reason I'm bringing this up is one of the things that I noted about this episode of Friends that we're going to be talking about. It's season 1, episode 8. The title of the episode is The One Where Nana Dies Twice, which is the A plot. The Chandler's gay story is the B plot. It's the first episode that really acknowledges, like, boy, there really seems to be something queer about this Chandler character. Is there anything to that? And so the video that I'm going to be showing you in about 45 minutes is about why that was the case, why the show made Chandler seem so gay without actually making him gay, and what the creation of Chandler was like, why he nearly actually was gay and why they decided not to. But one of the things that's going on with him, with Chandler, is that there's these little hints and little codes and little indications that he might be gay, in a way that, like that episode of Murder, She Wrote, feels like a bit of a throwback to the time when you couldn't talk about a gay character on a show or in a movie, and so you just had to make it like a little mystery, little hints. So here's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to call up this clip of Edward Everett Horton and Eric Blore. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. It's either Blore or Blore or Blory. I don't know. Anyway, these two actors used to always play opposite each other as kind of bit part minor characters in movies. And they always, no matter what movie they were in, had this sort of bickering couple sort of vibe. They're actually kind of Statler and Waldorf, just either insulting each other or insulting someone else in the scene. And it's truly lovely, and I love that they existed. And it's these movies are almost 100 years old at this point. Oh yeah, that's Joe Derek. So the whole Chandler's parent situation is very complicated. I acknowledge that it exists in this video, and it's a topic for another time because the character is identified in multiple different ways that are not compatible with each other. Yeah, and Eric makes a good point. There are trans women who are drag queens. They're trans drag queens, oh my goodness, that's hard to say. Trans drag queens, trans drag kings. Everybody, it's for everybody. Anyway, so let me call this up here. We've got... Oh, yes, here we go. So we'll start with this one. This is a clip from the movie Shall We Dance? And it's about a minute and a half. Yeah, so we're gonna watch this real quick if I can figure out how to switch it over. PC stream. Oh my god, everything is difficult. There we go. Yep. And let's make that a little larger. Not that large. There we go. That'll do. Okay, so this is the movie Shall We Dance, which 1930 something. Let me just see. Shall We Dance movie. Nope, not the 2004 one. Eric Blore. 1937. And Catface, I do know about Polari. I don't speak it, but I know that it exists. I mean, that would be another fun video to do, like history of Polari. I did talk about it in one of my videos, and I can't remember which one. Anyway. So. And I would love to... Hold on. Literally, my mouse died just at the moment. At the very moment this started playing. So let me get this plugged in so that we can actually... Hopefully that will... There we go. Okay. So this is Eric Blore and Edward Everett Horton. Friends-ish. Friends adjacent. Because they're doing the same sort of... With these characters. A similar sort of coding to what they do with Chandler. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, actually, Magic Mike just said, I think Joey should have been Pan, Chandler should have been Bi, Phoebe is probably also Pan. Imagine these characters as sort of a Joey and Chandler sort of vibe, where it's like, are they? Oh, let me turn this up.
Pardon, Cecil Flintridge. I beg your pardon, Jeffrey Baird. No, Cecil Flintridge. I don't like to disillusion you, old man, but I am Jeffrey Baird, Petrov's manager. And I am Cecil Flintridge. You mean you are Cecil Flintridge? Yes, that's what I mean. Well, what of it? What? Cecil, of the hotel. Yes, of the hotel. Of course. Well, how are you? Well, how are you? How do you do? Yes.
So it's like they've got their awkward meet cute where they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. What's going on? And they've got this like nice sort of like flirty vibe all of a sudden.
You know, I've been at great pains to make you and Mr. Petrov comfortable. Oh, have you really? That's very kind of you. Yes, I thought it was rather kind of me. Your suite is right next to Mrs., or shall I say Miss Keene. Miss Keene? Yes. What? Oh, no, you blundering blunderer. Petrov?
So don't worry too much about the plot of this film. It involves, it's sort of like, I don't know, it's like a screwball comedy, basically.
Petrov! Petrov! Petrov!
We're going to skip through this interaction a little bit here.
Linda Keene. But I thought nobody's interested in what you think, if you do. I'm only trying to do my best, sir. Well, then do your next best and move us to another part of this hotel. Why shouldn't married people have adjoining suites? Because they're not married. Not married? Oh!
So there they are. They're like, you know, this like fussy couple. And here's Horse and his Val. We are Bates. Oh my God. So this is an amazing scene. There's so much queer coding going on in this one. Eric says, I was thinking of this scene when I said Top Hat earlier. Now, which one is this? Yeah, this is Top Hat. Okay. So there's so much gay happening in the background of this.
I want you to stay here for the night. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Oh, but you must, old man, really. You see, at the moment, I'm having a sort of a problem with my valet.
Oh, well, what do you want me to do? Press your pants?
Oh, no, you couldn't. You wouldn't know how. No, you don't understand. It's my man, Bates. We'd have...
So again, like these little tiny clues here. It's my man. Wait, what do you mean your man? Obviously, what he means is his like I don't know, his manservant or something like that, or his butler basically, his assistant, his valet.
A bit of a tip. Oh, how terrible.
But they've had a bit of a tiff.
Clothes or anything?
Nothing
come to
like
blows.
We're not speaking to each other. We've had rather a clash of taste. You see, Bates insists that a square tie is the only possible tie that can be worn with evening clothes. A square tie, imagine. I prefer the butterfly.
Well, I think Bates is right.
That turn. Well, I think Bates is right in that spin. I prefer the butterfly is like one of my favorite ways of queer coding anything. Like, which is, again, another thing we're going to talk about in just a little bit. But I prefer the butterfly is... I don't know. It's like the second place to Friend of Dorothy as a way to indicate that you're, so.
Square tie, imagine.
Yeah, press your pants. Grady Boyles also calls press your pants.
I prefer the butterfly.
Well, I think Bates is right.
Bates is never right.
Well, then why don't you fire him?
That's a little difficult. I'm hoping against hope that the...
And that's a little difficult, and like he's not going to say why. Again, feels very like there's something not being said. You could easily fill in with, well, that's a little difficult. We're lovers. I can't fire my lover.
The man will just disappear.
Well, I hate to interfere in these little family squabbles, but let's hope he'll approve of me.
Well, there's never any telling with Bates.
Well, there you are.
If you please.
This like attitude that they have.
Sir, allow us to introduce ourselves, sir. We are Bates.
Oh, really? We are Jerry Travers.
Welcome to our Maynard.
Thank you, Bates. Thank you. It seems that I'm to stay here tonight. At least, that was the idea of our beloved impresario,
Whose idea, sir?
Mr. Hardwick's.
Oh, his idea.
The look that they give each other, it's like so, yeah, and Hank says family squabbles, lol. Cryptic Charm is on Bates' side. Square ties for the win. I would love to rock a top hat and suit. I don't have the figure. Carmen says, speaking of drag kings, these guys are wearing my dream suits. I love these hats. I know, right? Right? That like the shiny hat. I gotta say, Bates looks very comfortable. I'm like into what Bates is wearing here with the nice little pocket right there, and it just looks very cozy. I'm very into the Bates.
Welcome, anyhow.
Oh, thank you, Bates.
Oh, pardon, sir. But may we make a personal observation, sir?
Well, not too personal.
Oh, no, sir. It is merely that we feel impelled to compliment you, sir, upon your excellent taste in tie.
And again, that like family squabble look.
They like me.
You never know.
Where on earth did you ever find them?
Well, from the Salvation Army, as a matter of fact. I sent them a pair of very old shoes.
Oh, I see. And the shoes came back, and Bates was in them.
And he's been wearing my good ones ever since.
So it feels so much like they are talking about a couple here. Like, where did you meet? And he wears my shoes. Like, it's just such a I don't know. It's such a like we all know this gay couple, right? We all know this couple who like has some silly little argument about like ties or fashion or something like that, and it's just how they are. It's his PJs, says Eric. He does have very good PJs. Yeah, he's not my lover. He's my valet. Or valet. What's the difference between a valet and a valet? Is there a difference? I don't know how these things work because I'm not classy. I mean, literally, I'm sitting here drinking expired almond milk and eating jelly beans. There's only one left. I'm about to dig into this picnic bar. The Unruly Bite. Oh, there's a second slogan. A hunger-busting mix of peanuts, wafer, caramel, and Rice Crisps coated in Cadbury milk chocolate. Honestly, this sounds good. So if you missed earlier, the wonderful Outcast Stars sent me a whole package of Australian candy bars. And about the picnic bar, he writes, "It looks like shit and tastes just okay." So we're gonna be experimenting with different candy bars on the stream today. Oh, and also if you're joining us late, let me just because I see like we've got a bunch of new people coming in. Oh dear, this is fascinating. YouTube is warning me that the stream may be temporarily blocked because it's detected copyrighted audio and video. So let me switch that back over so we don't get in trouble. Yikes. Hopefully, you're not encountering any problems with the stream. Let me know if YouTube starts getting fussy about the stream. Yikes. I've never encountered that message before. What was I saying? Bloop, bloop, bloop. Lost my train of thought. Oh, yes. So the plan for today, we're going to be chit-chatting a little bit about this Friends video that's going to be premiering, and then the Friends video is going to premiere at noon Pacific, in about a half hour. So that's the plan for today. Just going to be talking about a little bit of the stuff that went into making the video. Brand new video going up in 1/2 hour. We're going to watch that video, the new one that I've done about Friends. It's going to be about, I think it's about like 15 minutes long or so. The video's about like gay Chandler and how close the show Friends almost came to making Chandler gay, and why they decided not to. And if they had, would that have been a good thing or would that have been a bad thing? Because I think it could have gone pretty bad. Could have been bad. Anyway. So we're going to stream for about another half hour. Then we got a 15-minute video premiere to all watch together. Hooray. Hopefully, I'm trying something new with the YouTube technology here. This is supposed to go straight, like the live stream is supposed to turn into the premiere at noon. So like when the clock strikes noon, it's going to go straight from live stream into the premiere of the new video. Fingers crossed. We'll see if this works. It's a new feature on YouTube. I don't know if it's going to work. And then after that Friends video premieres, we're going to hop on over to Twitch, twitch.tv/MattBaum. In fact, let me put a little link in the description to that. Join me on Twitch after the premiere, twitch.tv/MattBaum. So there it is. So there's the link. Join me on Twitch after the video premieres. We're going to be talking a little bit more about gay stuff, but also playing some Monster Hunter. There it is. I don't know why I'm showing you the box, like to prove that I've got it. Anyway, James and I have been playing a lot of Monster Hunter lately, and I'm going to open the lobby up so we can all play together if you've got a copy of your own, or you can just hang out and chat with us while we go capture some monsters together. Anyway, yeah, Jim says, love corporate censorship. This is, oh my God, let me tell you, the hoops that I had to jump through on this Friends video that you're going to be watching to get YouTube to understand what fair use is. So it's like for almost the entire video, I'm talking over the show. Thank you for the follow. That scared me. Thank you for the follow, Memnot. That's a little Twitch follow over there. Every time we get a Twitch follow, the bunny spins, and then I also spin. Ugh. So thank you, Memnot, for that follow. Woo. Anyway, so this Friends video, and let's just take a look at. Oh, and Jack is following too. Help me. This Friends video. Let's just yeah. So this Friends video that we're gonna be watching here, I'm gonna put that up on screen. This is here's the thumbnail. Here it is coming up. Premieres in 27 minutes. It's got some clips from the show Friends, shockingly. It's me talking over them, talking about them. But every single time I would upload a version to YouTube, it'd be like, oh, no, that's copyrighted. You can't have that. And it's like, all right, this is clearly fair use. I'm talking over it. And I'm never using more than a couple seconds of clips. Like, I'm very careful to cut it so that I'm only using like at most 5 to 10 seconds, usually even less, of uninterrupted episode. Oh my goodness. And Veer is now following. Thank you for the follow. So what I wound up having to do, so YouTube's copyright algorithm doesn't get angry at me and block the video or something like that, is a lot of the clips that I used are actually reversed. So this is a little trick of the trade, a little trade secret. When you watch this video in 26 minutes, when you watch this video, and DJ Stooky is following too. Oh my Lord, woo! You're all gonna make me very dizzy. A little secret that you might want to watch for is a lot of the clips, especially the ones where there's no audio playing, in fact, only the ones where there's no audio playing, are in fact reversed so that the algorithm doesn't catch them as copyrighted. So there's a few little clips here and there where like somebody's eating in the background and you see them take the food out of their mouths. So there's that. Cyber Leo is following. Thank you for all the follows, you guys. Wow. Oh, what a day. What a day. Now what what gets really dizzying is when I get like either a bunch of follows all together or a subscribe. The subscribes I'll usually spin like however many months someone has been subscribed for. So if you've been subscribed for like 5 months at this point, it's it's quite an ordeal for me. But I do want to celebrate that everyone that they've got subscribers. I want to celebrate that because that's awesome. Yeah, Magic Mike said, I saw your tweet. There was like 8 tests that you did. Yup. I think there are 9 different versions that I had to upload until I finally got it, until YouTube was finally like, okay, this is fine. This is fine. You're playing clips backwards. Sometimes there's, and my video about the lesbian kiss on Deep Space Nine, the scene itself is slightly, I can't remember if it's sped up or slowed down. I think it's slowed down. It's like playing at like 90% speed to try to like not get caught by the algorithm. So I've got to do all these dumb little tricks to fool YouTube into thinking like, oh, there's nothing in here that could possibly be copyrighted, because YouTube shouldn't flag. I'm sorry to rant about this. YouTube shouldn't flag that stuff. It's all fair use, and yet they do. Oh, Carmen says, your ability to navigate those fair use hoops with your videos has always impressed me. Thank you. It's a real pain. It's a real pain in the neck. I'll tell you that. Oh boy. It's a real pain in the neck, but hopefully, fingers crossed, like something seems to happen when you hit 100,000 subscribers. I'm getting close. I'm only about 15,000 away. I've got 85,000 right now, which like, whew. When you hit 100,000, you have the opportunity to get a dedicated rep at YouTube who can help you navigate these things and be like, oh, sorry, let me flip that switch because it's not, somebody I could just email to be like, something went wrong. So the goal is to get to 100,000 so I can actually have somebody help me with that stuff within the machine. Ugh. YouTube's $1 billion industry and they still don't recognize fair use as catface. Well, they have no reason to. There's no financial incentive for them. Like, it's no skin off their nose if, they would rather placate the copyright holders than the creators, basically, is what's going on. Grady says, I may just have to get Monster Hunter playing PC as opposed to console. I'm on Switch. I'm on Monster Hunter Rise. I'm playing Monster Hunter Rise, which is Switch only for the moment. I think it's supposed to come out for PC, I don't know, in a year or something? It's going to come out for PC eventually. But for now, we're on Rise. Bumble says, does the chair turn on its own if someone follows when you're not in it? Yes. Yeah, I have no control. The chair just goes. Aikuchi says, oh, Aikuchi, hello. Good to see you. How are you? It's been a while. Nev says, how long have you been subbed? Oh, it only tells me when you sub. It says, like, has been subbed for 7 months or whatever. But I don't think I have a way to look it up and actually see. Nerd King suggests something transparent over to stop copyright, like one content creator I watch puts dancing anime cat girls over the clip. Yeah, I just don't want it to get distracting or, like, it's hard to see the actual clip itself. Bumble says, you're going to have to drop the number of spins equals number of months thing as you approach your year anniversary. Can you imagine what a what a nightmare that could be? Veer says, it's crazy how bad YouTube is on fair use. I know. Considering all the actual copyrighted... I know. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I thought it would be safe to show you those Edward Everett Horton clips because those are already on YouTube. I'm just showing what's already there. If there's no claim on that, what's the problem? Catface says you should do the Jimquisition copyright deadlock trick where they use a ton of random clips to confuse the automation. But here's the thing, is in this video you're going to see in 21 minutes, there's clips from Seinfeld, there's clips from Friends, there's clips from Saturday Night Live, there's clips from the American Academy of Film and Television, Radio, or whatever, history. What else have I got clips from? There's clips from other stuff in there as well. Well, let's actually take a look. I'm going to show you. I'm going to open up my little Premiere project. We're going to take a look at all the stuff that I gathered together. I'll show you what it looks like before I put one of these things actually fully together. So here's the PC stream, and we're going to switch the window capture over to Gay Chandler is the name of the project. It's a very tasteful name. Let's see. Does this work? Yeah, there we go. So here's oh my goodness. What a frame for it to land on. Anyway, so here's what my project actually looks like over in Premiere before it actually goes out to everybody, before it actually just gets rendered down into a nice compact video for YouTube. So yeah, let's zoom out a little bit here. So basically, there's what you're looking at. There's the project. I'm talking about the 90s at this particular point in the video, which is why I've got a picture of myself in the 90s up on screen. There I am. That's what I wear. Oh, hello, Death Star. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Grady Boy says that kiss. That lasted like half the episode. It wasn't really a lesbian kiss. It's complicated. I know. It's lesbian-ish. It's lesbian enough. Nav says, I've been subbed for 50 chair spins. That's incredible. Grady says, when that Star Trek lesbian sorta kiss happened, all the bars in the cast were playing it on their screens. Even the local clean and sober clubhouse had a crowd. Wow. I didn't realize it was such a big deal. James says, I love seeing how you make it. I'm such a nerd. Yeah, so I mean, just to peel back the curtain for a moment, to be a Liberace. No, he's behind the candelabra. To go behind the I don't know, behind the Premiere, behind the Adobe Premiere. So I've got, oh my God, that's loud. So I shoot everything. Here's my footage over here down on this track. And I've got this adjustment layer because for some reason, whenever I shoot stuff, the color looks off. So you can see, like, if I turn off these adjustments, there's a thing that lightens my face up a little bit. And that gives it just a little more color right there. And then I start dropping in all my all the clips. So here's like all the different clips that you've got going on in an episode in one of my videos. Oh Lord, let me turn that down so it's not like shrieking at you. my voice, so that my voice isn't shrieking at you. Yeah. So anyway. You know, I'll drop in, like, this track has, like, the stuff playing up in the corner here. This is the episode that you're going to be seeing. What is it, the title? The one where Nana dies twice. So in this episode, Chandler is mistaken for gay by one of his coworkers, and then he freaks out about it because he's like, wait, what is it about me? Why do you think I'm gay? Why do you think I'm gay? And all of his friends are like, oh, yeah, you're totally gay. You look totally gay. So it's a big crisis for him. We're also going to talk, oh, yeah, of course, we're going to talk a little bit about Ellen, which has a weird intersection with Friends. Ellen, originally entitled These Friends of Mine. So, These Friends of Mine, terrible title for a sitcom, but also very similar to the title that was almost given to Friends back in the 90s, Friends Like Us. So they retitled Friends Like Us to just Friends, and then eventually Ellen retitled itself from its original Friends of Mine to just Ellen. So the shows kept bumping into each other in very weird, unexpected ways. What else have we got in here? What else are we going to be looking at? Oh, there's, of course, this bonkers Saturday Night Live sketch where Matt Perry plays the Joey character. This came up in one of our streams, and I was made aware of it by viewers like you, as they say. And so I'm very grateful to everybody who helped me with my research and pointed this weird Saturday Night Live sketch out to me. It is so bizarre. It is so incredibly weird. I cannot wait for you to see what I've dug up here. And we're also going to have just a brief moment of Snagglepuss on the topic of queer icons. What else have we got to talk about? Oh, of course, there's a little bit of queer news that we've got to talk about here. There's a lot of stuff happening in the 90s that affected Friends. I think my theory is that Friends was impacted by stuff that was happening in the news at the time. And what else? Oh, we've got a few brief clips, of course, of Scott Thompson, buddy, who's also doing some much more explicitly gay comedy in the 90s compared to, say, Friends or Xena even, which was like, oh, there's gay here if you know where to look. If you want there to be gay, you could find it. Scott Thompson just like short-circuited all that by being like, oh no, I'm just super gay. I'm just super, super gay. Anyway, so there's a little sneak peek at what we're going to be looking at. Nicodemus is here. Glad I made it on time. That Star Trek kiss that wasn't technically lesbian reminds me of Sappho and her friend. A whole subreddit for LGBTQ denialism in media. Wow. YouTube. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to mispronounce that. You betcha. Oh, you betcha. I was like, YouTubecha? You betcha says, how does it feel to edit your face for color? I've done it so much at this point. I've been editing myself for a long time, let's say. I don't want to tell you how old I am. I'm 40. I've been editing myself for a long time. And it kind of feels like I'm not even editing myself at this point. It doesn't even feel like I'm so dissociated. I just do it all the time, and it's like, you know, I'm very clinical about it, where I can look at it and be like, ooh, my skin is weird. I should use my skin is a little weird here. I've got this weird, like, where the glasses hit me in the nose. It just like is perpetually red. My skin is weird. I need to do different color correction, or ooh, I need a haircut, or let's boost my volume up, or I'm a little too sibilant. I need to use a de-esser on my voice. It's just, I don't know. It's making sausage for me at this point. Nav said, did you consider a Casual Friends cosplay for this episode? Are you steering away from costumes in general? Casual Friends cosplay would have been amazing. I wish I'd thought of that. It's a lot easier for me just to like not dress up. For one thing, because that sailor hat that I used to wear actually hurts. It's too tight, and it hurt my head. Jim says, in one episode of Ellen, she meets a character played by Jeanine Garofalo, tells her about her book coffee shops. Jean says, oh, very friends. And Ellen replies sharply, we got there first. That's great. I love that. Cryptic Charm says, find Gay and Xena or the whole thing. It's not as blatant as Hercules. His wife and finally... oh, yeah. That's... I feel like Xena is more queer than Hercules. Maybe I'm misremembering. But I feel like Xena has more of a lesbian vibe than Hercules has a gay vibe. I think. Hello, Changa. Good to see you. Hello. I'm waving back at you as you can see. I don't know why I'm like narrating what I'm doing. Hello, Changa. How are you, Changa? Delightful husky with a rapidly growing TikTok channel. Everybody go follow Changa on TikTok for furry virtual reality videos interspersed with some Star Trek. Anyway, what else have we got to look at here? Gosh, there's so much. Here's the other thing, is I'm talking about just one particular episode of Friends in this video. There are so many queer-ish episodes of Friends to talk about. Obviously, there's the one where Phoebe's ex or current husband or something like that. Phoebe married somebody for a green card, and he married a gay man for a green card. Or something like that. And he comes back, like they'd parted ways, and he's back in her life all of a sudden. There's one where Rachel's college friend comes back, played by Winona Ryder, and there's a whole gay, like, sub-story about them. What else have we got? Gosh. And then, of course, there's a lesbian wedding with and birth. Like, so Carol, Ross's ex, has a baby, and there's a whole, like, fight between Ross and the new partner. And then a few seasons later, they actually get married, which is a big deal. I talk about that one very briefly in this video. Let me see if I can find Friends. Friends Lesbian Wedding. There it is. So that's Candace Gingrich right there between them. Newt Gingrich's sister, making a nice brief little cameo on the show. There's the lesbian couple. This hat, I got to say, oh my God, I've never even noticed that on her dress, she's got like little brooches or something for the buttons. I'm not sure exactly what they are here, but she's got these little, they look like little portraits or something for the buttons. That is a really nice dress. I really like this touch. Also, my God, how 90s. How incredibly nice. These hats. These freaking hats. This is a very 90s lesbian look. Something else I was going to say. Oh, yes. Something else I wanted to say about them. There's a Cheers connection, and I'm going to put this to the chat. Does anybody know what the Cheers connection is with Ross's ex-wife, Carol? It's obscure, so it is a weird bit of trivia, but there's actually a gay Cheers connection with her. Joe M Design says Xena has an everything vibe. Love that show. It was very good. It holds up. Even they had a musical episode that's really good. I think they had 2 musical episodes. Cryptic says, are you going to cover It's a Sin anytime in the future? What is It's a Sin? Oh, Eric says Johnny Quest is totally about gay co-parenting. I mean, that's a good example of the sort of it's there if you want it to be. You have to look for it. Like, it's not explicit. They don't say, like, they're never actually a gay couple, but Johnny Quest, like another example, kind of like Xena, of if you want to make it queer, you could. But the show, like, I'm not gonna say it was cowardly, because I don't think it was like a matter of like having the courage to do it. But the show never went that little extra step to be like, oh yeah, and they're actually queer, they're actually lesbians, or they're actually bi. It's a BBC. Oh yeah, right. It's a BBC series about HIV epidemic. Maybe. I tend to shy away from stuff that is like brand new. So like, It's a Sin is, I think, like less than a year old. So usually I tend to go back to like nostalgia stuff. I know it's set in the 1980s, so that's kind of a nostalgia thing. But then also, I feel like the word nostalgia is not quite right for talking about the epidemic. So I want to be careful about how I handle sensitive topics. Crystal Wright, you are correct. She is the wife of the couple who hired Norm to be their interior decorator. I don't know. I don't think I've got... Let me see. Do I have... I don't think I have that thing queued up, but... let me see. I could probably bring it up on YouTube. It's on my own channel, for goodness sake. So if I go back here and let's go to Cheers. So there's a gay episode of Cheers. Is it this one? It's this one, I think. Let's make this nice and small. Oh my God, stop showing me ads. There we go. So there's a gay episode of Cheers with, there it is. I think it's this, is it this bit? Like, this is ridiculous. I don't remember my own videos. It's not... Is it this one? It's not this one. Maybe it's this one. It's not this one either. There's a gay episode of Cheers where Norm is hired as an interior decorator because they think that this couple thinks that he's gay, and they're like, oh, okay, great. We'll hire him to be our decorator. Could have sworn... Oh, no, wait. It's the one right before... Maybe it is this one. I talked about the facts of life in this. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I literally do not remember my own... Yes, this is the one. So Norm is hired as an interior decorator by this by this heterosexual couple. And they're like, oh, we should hire him to decorate our home because he's clearly a gay man. I don't know why they think that Norm is gay, but they do. So let me call that up for you. That's not it. Oh no, that's not what I want at all. That's the behind the scenes. Is it this one? It's not that one. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll do the display capture. There we go. So here he is. Here's Norm doing his gay thing. And so here's this like yuppie heterosexual couple. And that's Carol, who played Ross's ex on Friends a couple years later. And she's like, oh, you're so talented. You do such a good job with interior design because you're a homosexual. There's the sailor costume. There she is with that, like, look at that hair. So there's this gay episode of Cheers, where, and then later Norm wants, Sam, gosh, I forgot his name, wants Sam to pose as his boyfriend. And then, it's a small thing. It's a small little bit of weird casting trivia that she's in the gay episode of Cheers and then eventually plays Ross's lesbian, ex. So there you go. Carmen says, yeah, OMG, it's the same actress. There she is. Yeah, You Betcha says, Cheers was the same universe as Wings and Frasier, gayest sitcom ever. Frasier was pretty gay. A lot of gay people working behind the scenes. Obviously, the guy who played Bulldog, whose name I forget, Dan Butler. The guy who played Niles, of course, whose name I've also forgot, David Hyde Pierce. Jesus. And then a lot of like one of the show creators and one of the main writers was gay. So there's like a real intense gay sensibility to that. And yeah, Carmen says, of course she went lesbian after that. Yeah, she met Norman. Became a lesbian. What else is there to do? Okay, we are coming up. Let's see. It's only, oh my goodness, 7 minutes to go. So this is going to be a grand experiment to see if this actually works. So hopefully in 6 minutes, hopefully this live stream is going to kick you all over to this premiere. And what I might do, what I think I'm supposed to do, the way that I think this is supposed to work, is I end the premiere like a minute before this video is supposed to go live. Or no, I end the live stream a minute before this premiere is supposed to go live. And it should automatically send everybody from this live stream to the premiere. We're going to hang out in the chat while the premiere happens. And then we're going to head over to twitch.tv/MattBaum, where I'm going to be doing some more live streams and stuff. That's the plan. Let me put that. I'm going to put that URL in the chat one more time. Join me after the premiere over on Twitch. http twitch.tv/MattBaum. There it is. So there's the link. After the Friends video, What If Gay? The straightening of Chandler Bing. Once this is done, once this premiere's done, we're gonna hang out, play some games, have a good time. Video game into the evening. And Veer says, oh, don't forget John Mahoney. John Mahoney never talked about his sexuality. So I'm hesitant about like, oh my goodness. Def Jam Zopo. Def Jam. Anyway, Def Jam, thank you for the subscribe. We're going to do one more spin to celebrate. Whee! There we go. Thank you for the subscribe. So yeah, I'm hesitant about saying like, oh, and of course John Mahoney, because he never talked about being gay, and so I don't want to either out somebody who didn't want to be outed or just be wrong and say like he was gay, and it turns out, whoops, no, he wasn't. Anyway, all right, this is going to premiere in 4 minutes. Let's see what's going to happen. So here's what we're going to do, everybody. I'm going to end the live stream. Fingers crossed this is going to work. It should send you over to this premiere. If it doesn't, you might just have to go there by yourself. Sorry, there's a link down in the description for the live stream, so you can just click the link in the description, head over to the live stream. We're going to watch What If Gay all together, and then we're going to head over to Twitch. Let's see if this works. So I'm going to wrap on up the live stream here. Thank you, BT Dubs, to everybody for joining me. If we don't see each other again, if this doesn't work, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part of this little experiment in terror. Or technology. No, experiment in technology. That's what it is. Sure. And I'm really looking forward to watching this with y'all over on this straightening of Chandler Bing video. So hopefully, this is going to work. Let's see what happens. All right. I'm going to end the live stream, and I should see you in just a few minutes over on this video. Let's see how it goes. All right. We're going to end, and we'll see.